Split and merge image segmentation method is the topic of this lecture. This is in continuation with our lectures on image segmentation. We know that image segmentation is an important method or process which is applied in image processing to select some meaningful area, meaningful information from a whole image. We have discussed that there are some criteria upon which image segmentation is classified, and also the ways in which we implement the image segmentation, the classification is based on. And accordingly, there are two main types. One is pixel based and second one is region based. So this is split and merge image segmentation method is a very important method under region based type of image segmentation. In region based, what actually we do, we check the similarity. We want to segment an image. We choose some seed pixels, a group of pixels, and then we check some similarity. The similarity may be in terms of pixel value, grayscale value, intensity, color, texture, etc. So we check similarity, and based on some similarity, we connect those areas or those pixels which have similarity with the region which is, or the group of pixel which have been chosen as seed pixels or the reference region. As we can see in this diagram, that if you see here that this is for 5 number of iterations, then as we are increasing the number of iterations, you can find that the region is increasing. This is one example of region growing, where the region is getting increased because we are checking if there is any similarity in the neighborhood, and when we find that there is similarity, we are connecting those areas, and this is how after more, that is the 90 number of iterations, we got this image. So this is one example of region based, and the region based method is actually of two types: split and merge and region growing. The way these two methods operate is entirely different. Region growing based method operates just in opposite manner what split and merge method works. So in this lecture, our aim is to highlight, our aim is to understand region based, that too split and merge method. In both the methods, as I told you, what is very important is some uniformity criterion must be applied to determine if a region should be split or two regions merged. Very, very important. In the region based method, we are interested to merge, or we are interested to split, and then after splitting the entire image into a number of regions, in the split and merge also, then we start merging. And in region growing, we check the similarity and then we connect the similar areas or similar regions. So in both the cases, what is important is what is criterion that checks, that decides that there is similarity between what the region being talked about and the region being checked. So in both the regions or in both the areas or in both the groups, there must be some homogeneity, some uniformity, and we need to have some criterion which can check that the similarity exists. This criterion is based on some region properties. As I told you that generally the segmentations are applied using some features or properties like image properties, maybe mean value, grayscale value, intensity value, color value, texture values. These are the values, and based on these features, criteria will be based on any of these features. The criteria may check some mean value of grayscale. Criteria may check mean intensity values. Criteria may check average color values, and so on. So the criteria will be depending on either of the features which are responsible in order to segment an image. So uniformity or homogeneity criteria can be statistical metrics such as standard deviation or variance. Standard deviation and variance can be determined if we have the grayscale values of different regions. So standard deviation, variance, mean, these may be statistical measures, statistical metrics which can be utilized in order to check if there is any uniformity or homogeneous region in the neighborhood. If there is so, that criterion evaluates, criterion will check, and if we find that the criterion is satisfied, we will merge and we will connect that particular area. So this, whatever we discussed now, is the general theory which applies to all region-based methods. The condition for uniformity, the criterion to check uniformity, the features, the properties, some statistical measures are common in all region-based methods. Now comes the topic of this lecture, which is split and merge method. What we do in split and merge, we split the image successively into a number of small regions. Of course, we will again check some homogeneity condition, homogeneity criterion, and based on that we will split. And the similar regions, and after splitting what we do, once the split is over, there is no more split possible. After that, merging starts. So there are criteria for split as well as merge. In a split, what happens? We have to keep on splitting until and unless there are some uniformities in an image. Because we want all disjoint regions. Because first of all, what we are doing, there is one area where we find that there is similarity, but there are two types of similarity in an area. So let's separate that. So in that way, we can split by applying or splitting into quadrants. That's the general practice. This utilizes a quad tree data structure. That means that there is a parent-child node relationship, and the total region is parent, and each of four splits are child. See here, if this entire image is assumed as you can say the region R, and first of all this R you can see has been divided, has been split into four parts. This entire one, this one is R1, R2, R3 and R4. All right, so if I can use some highlighter, it would be yeah, see here, this particular area, actually this particular area is your R1, and then other area, let me choose again a pointer, then this is R2, this is R3 and this R4. Now if you look at this R1, see here, this R1 is again split into four parts, R11, R12, this actually is R12, R13 and R14. So this R1 is the parent and there are 4 child R11, R12, R13, R14. And again, if you look at, let me choose another highlighter, let us say, yeah, see here, this is the area. See here, this one. This is the area where again this R12 is divided into R121, R122, R123, R124. So this is how again it has been divided into quad tree structure, right? So the parent is R12 and there are 4 kids which are obtained from one parent, that is R12. So this split continues. If we find that in R11 there are 2 dissimilar regions, we will try to separate all dissimilar. We will try to separate all disjoint regions in the splitting process. So let's go next. So let me again choose the pointer. Yes. So initially these are the major steps performing while performing the image segmentation. Initially, we take the image as a whole to be the area of interest. We choose the entire image as an area of interest. And then we look at the area of interest and decide if all pixels contain the region satisfy some similarity constraint. If we find that in the entire region of interest, in the entire selected area, we find that there is similarity exists, we will not divide. We will split when we find that it can be split into some dissimilar, some disjoint regions. So if true, then area of interest corresponds to the region in the image based on the similarity. If false, split the area of interest and consider each of the sub-areas as the separate areas of interest. This process continues until no further splitting occurs. As I told you, we have to keep on splitting until and unless there is no more disjoint region. If we still find that there is some portion where there is some disjoint region which can be separated from one area, we have to do it. And then this is, this structure is sometimes called as divide and conquer or top-down method. Top-down method means parent-child method. We keep on splitting from parent to child. We get a number of children are obtained from a parent, and then we keep on increasing this. We keep on descending in this manner until and unless there is no possibility to separate any more disjoint region. And this is, you can say in mathematically, the algorithmic structure, the whole image, say it is represented as R. For example, the whole image is represented as R. The segmentation is complete, so all sub-regions sum up to whole R. When we segment the entire region and when we aggregate, rather segregate, combine all the regions which have been segmented, they all will constitute finally again this R, where R is the all set of pixels which are representing one image. So if you calculate the union of R1, R2, R3, R4, where R1, R2, R3, R4, Rn are different regions, small regions which have been segmented. So this will give you R. When we take union of all the regions which have been segmented, we will get definitely R. So regions are distinct. How will we check regions are distinct? When we check their intersection, right? When we check their intersection between two regions, if it results null, if it results null means there is no, they are not different. They are not different because there is no intersection. There is no common things which are to be there. So this is the condition to check if the regions are disjoint or not. The regions having similar properties can be expressed by homogeneity criterion. I have already explained whether the regions are similar are determined by some homogeneity criterion. It should be true for the members of given region, and for other regions, whatever is the criterion. The condition will be true when it is in the same region, it will be false when it is in different region. Homogeneity criterion, this, let me expand this, yes. Homogeneity criterion could be global, depending on the whole region, or local, depending on the small window of the region. The criterion can be global, which can be applied to, which is applicable to all the entire image. And it can be local also for a small window chosen out of the image. That criterion is valid in a smaller window in the entire image. So the criterion may be global or local. If it is a global, it will apply to the whole image. And if it is not global, it will apply to certain window, certain area of the image. In the split process, in the split stage, we recursively split regions into 4 subregions. I have explained as quadrants, starting with the whole image as one region until homogeneity criterion is satisfied in all subregions. The criterion we are talking about to evaluate whether the regions are similar or not. In the merge step, after once the split is done, there is no more split possible, then we'll start the merging. So merge step will check, the criterion. If it is true that there are 2 regions which are having some similarity, and that criterion is giving true, means there is some similarity, means based on that similarity, based on that uniformity, 2 regions can be combined. So it will be combined for each neighbor, 2 neighboring regions, and merge the 2 regions, because there is condition, there is a criterion which is satisfied, which indicates that some uniformity is existing in terms of some parameters, in terms of some metrics, the uniformity exists. So we can combine the 2 regions and make one region. So the merging process is used after each split, which compares adjacent regions and merges them if necessary. I have already explained. What do we do? See here, this is the split process actually. One image is split into 4. Then again this 4th one is split into I41, I42, 43, 44. So the 4th part is split into again 4. But you can see that I41 and I42 remain same, remain distinct. Maybe I41 may be similar with some sub-regions of I1, I2, I3. Then it can be combined. But what is important thing here, which we can see, I43 and I44 have been merged, and in place of I43 and I44, I43 is written. We can either write I43 or I44 because both are similar. So either I43 will be written for the entire merged image, which is the merged image or merged region, for combining 2 regions, I43 and I44. So merging evaluates whether there is similarity, whether there is uniformity in the neighborhood region, and accordingly the merging takes place. Now, after each split, there is need to determine whether each new region needs further splitting. The criterion for test of the homogeneity region. There are 3 things: uniformity, the region is homogeneous, if its grayscale levels are constant, we have already discussed, or within a given threshold. Thresholding is also important. It is not necessary that the uniformity means same values. No, it may, the 2 regions may have exact same values, or there may be some threshold that will be evaluated. For example, we can choose a threshold value and we can determine, we can check whether the grayscale values are falling below or above that threshold. When we find that the grayscale values are falling below threshold, we'll form one region, and all those regions which are having higher values than threshold will constitute another region. So local, that is about uniformity. This is about uniformity and thresholding. Second is local mean versus global mean. As I have told you that the criterion may be local or global. If the criterion is based on mean, we will call it as local mean or global mean. If the mean of a region is greater than the mean of global image, then the region is homogeneous. It depends on what? It depends on how we are choosing the threshold. And then, as I talked about mean, standard deviation, similarly, variance can also be used as one of the criterion to compare the similarity or uniformity between the two regions. This is how variance is calculated, where the I can be calculated as, that is where n is the number of pixels in the region, and this I, which is used here in the variance, can be calculated like this, where R and C are rows and columns in the image. So the variance of the region is less than the specified value in order to be considered homogeneous. We'll check whether the variance is less. If we suppose we are talking about this split, when we find that R2 to 3, R1 to 3 and R1 to 4, let me choose a highlighter. If we find that this R1 2 and 3 and this R1 to 4, we find that its variance sigma, it is less than threshold value. It is less than threshold value. So what we will do, these two then will merge together because it is satisfying the condition that it is less than the threshold value. So whatever is the criterion may be in terms of mean value, the criterion may be in terms of variance value, the criterion may be in terms of standard deviation value, whatever is the criterion and whatever is the threshold value which has been chosen, we will evaluate, we will check all the values with respect to threshold. When they're all found below, will constitute one region. So you can see here, like, further split of R2 will be done. Further split of R3 and R4 will also be done. This is just an example highlighting how split and merge works. So this is how the same description, that tree-like structure, split and merge. This is the structure for this diagram, which we have seen here. You see R has been divided into R1, R2, R3, R4. Then R1 has been divided into R1, R1, 2, R1, 3, and R1, 4. And when we further split R1, 2, right? Actually, there is something what we can say. Let me choose pen. So this is divided into 4 parts, and then this R1 is divided into this 4 part, right? And then further this, I think R12, yes, R12 has been divided again as 4 parts. So this R1 is divided into 4 parts here. Here R12 has been divided into 4 parts. And initially R is divided into 4 parts. So it's tree-like structure where parent is the region with which the whole image with which we started splitting, and all these children will be smaller regions. And then we begin with the merging operation. As I have explained, in the merging operation, we'll check the criterion, we'll check the uniformity, whether the uniformity between this region and this region, I mean R1, 2, 3 and R1, 2, 4, the similarity is less than some threshold or offset value. If when it is less than some offset value, they can be merged together. So this R12, R121, and maybe some other part of R14, maybe R141, first part of R14 and the first part of R12 may have similarity, and then they can be merged in the entire image. So we talked about split, we talked about merging, but these are the major stages or major steps, because we have also discussed steps of splitting. So these are the major steps when we apply merging process. We define the criterion to check homogeneity, that uniformity, that is the first condition. What is the condition which will be used in order to determine that the neighboring regions, the adjacent regions are uniform regions or homogeneous regions? So we'll begin with one criterion and then split the image into equal size, that is the splitting, then calculate the homogeneity. If the region is homogeneous, then merge it with the neighbors, right? If that condition of homogeneity is satisfied, if the condition for uniformity is satisfied, we find that the uniformity exists between the two based on some metric, some measure, which is depending on either intensity, grayscale, pixel value, or color value, or texture value. If they are less than some threshold, can be merged together. This process repeats until and unless all similar regions are part of some area, because initially in the image similar regions may not be in one area. Generally they are not in the one area, but what we do in the segmentation, we'll divide, we'll split, and then wherever we found similarity, those areas can be merged. And this is, this makes the real use of segmentation in medical imaging, in remote sensing application, in satellite imaging. We are interested to find some some areas or some images of interest in the area of medical imaging. Our goal is to find, to determine, to locate some tumor. So if there is any tumor present in there, in the medical image, any modality, it will have some similarity, it will have some uniformity. And based on that uniformity, the merging will take place. And finally, the merged output will give you the segmented result. So this is just one example highlighting the split and merge method. How does it work, right? You see here that this is a matrix sample image. We know that when image is stored in computer, inside computer it is always treated as a digital image inside digital computer, because all the values which are stored are represented in the form of matrix, where all the elements are your grayscale values. So these are the discrete values. See, you can, in the first split, you can see that it has been divided into 4 equal parts. So this is the first step. In the second step, you can see that it has further been divided, means each part has been again divided into 4 parts, right? Better to choose highlight maybe different color. Let's choose this color, and let me use an highlighter. See here. So this image, why the color is, let me choose. Yeah, this area has been divided into 4 parts. Again, you see here, this has been divided into 4 parts. Look here, this is the first part, this is the second part, right? And this is the third part, and the last one is the fourth part. So there are quadrant. Similarly, you see here there are 4 parts, and again there are 4 parts. So if you come from here, you will find that again you see here that all areas are not divided. If you can find here that this region is divided into 4 parts. Similarly, this is the region, and this is the region, and all these regions have been again divided into 4 parts. If you look at here, it has been divided into 4 parts. So when we find why we are not dividing this, let us understand why these are not being divided. Already told you, there is no split possible because similarity is already existing. See here, there is similarity. You see here, if similarity is there, there is no scope of checking it. So here also you can see 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Similarity exists, so we are not dividing it. All right. So let's go to the next slide. Now what we are doing, we definitely will choose some threshold value, and based on threshold value, you see here these 3 is separate and these 1 1 1 are separate. Similarly, you look at here that if you can find, there may be multiple threshold. In the thresholding method I have already explained, there may be always multiple values of threshold offset. So based on that, suppose there are only one threshold, so we'll get a binary partition, we'll get only 2 segmented areas. But here we have many more, a number of segmentation. You see here a segmentation is giving some result where the values are between 5 and 6. You can find those values which are more than 8, this is the region. Those values which are between 2 and 3, you see here pink color is being assigned, and 4 is a different color here. So in that manner, based on the threshold value, we can, based on threshold value, we can just check the different segmented regions. So this becomes our final result where we get the segmented output. If you can see, there is one more example, that is a real-time image. This is the input image. Look at here, and this, if you can see, the entire image has been segmented, right? If you can visualize this segmented area, you will find that this image of Lena image, this lady image, you can visualize here. You can see, the head which this Lena is wearing here, right? You can identify. So based on certain value, you see here, this is the area, right? Better to use highlighter. See that this is the hair area. Look at here. So similar values. So therefore they are segmented in that manner. So this is the result that you can choose. You can keep on splitting, and then after splitting we can merge, and after merging then we'll get the segmented area. Similarly, this is for very popular image, cameraman, the result, and this is the segmented result. So, but there are some difficulties in the implementation of split and merge method. The major difficulties are meaningful regions may not be uniform, and thus surface properties of a solid body will vary in brightness or color. Sometimes see, we are interested to segment the image. What is the purpose of segmentation? The purpose of segmentation is to extract. The purpose of segmentation is to get different disjoint or different areas where the different areas and segmented portions are some meaningful areas, meaningful regions. But deciding meaningful region, determining meaningful region itself is a big question. How will we decide that this has some meaningful content in it? So that's very difficult, because suppose we are talking about medical imaging. Let's discuss about detection of cancer or tumor in a maybe CT image or MRI image. We divide and we get, suppose we obtain a number of segmented areas, and our aim is to extract tumor, but it is not necessary that the tumor will be there in all the segmented areas. In all the segmented areas, it may not be there. So there may be many regions which might not be meaningful. So this is one difficulty. Deciding meaningful region is a difficult question in the split and merge, or is a general problem in any segmentation. This is because of slowly varying gradients due to lighting conditions. If it happens because of poor illumination is there, poor lighting is there, lighting effect has not been proper while capturing or while acquiring the image. So therefore, sometimes, and this is always therefore recommended, that before we subject the images for segmentation, we first of all apply some pre-processing methods, so that these difficulties related to illumination, poor pose and orientation can be addressed. And when we address, this difficulty might not be there, but if slowly varying gradients are there, so it would be very difficult to find out what is the difference between the two neighboring regions. And even if you find based on some lower threshold, the meaningful information is lying there in the region or not, that's very difficult to assess. So therefore, regional segmentation works best with binary data, as the limited range of values lead to more uniform regions, right? More and more uniform regions are resulted if slowly varying gradients are there, if slowly varying intensity values or distribution is there, then there will be difficulty in finding more and more number of regions. So let's summarize this lecture. This lecture is about split and merge type of image segmentation method. Split and merge is a type of segmentation method under region-based method. In region-based method, we check neighboring regions And we also we determine similarity. If we check similarity, if we find similarity in adjacent and neighboring regions, either generally we merge them, we connect them together, and we segment the image. So in this type of operation, region is involved. We choose a region, we choose another neighboring region based on similarity, and this region based method is of two types: split and merge and region growing. In region growing, you choose a seed pixel, then keeps on growing until and unless you do not find any more similar regions which could be connected with the grown up region. But this lecture is mainly about split and merge, and the split and merge we have discussed the different steps involved in the splitting process as well as merging process. In a split process, what do? We keep on splitting until and unless we find that all the regions are disjoint regions. If we find that there is a region which has two disjoint regions, which has two uniformities, we can divide it into two regions, we can split into two regions. So until and unless all smallest possible regions are disjoint regions, we keep on splitting. And after splitting, the next step starts. That step is called as merging. So in a split as well as merge, there will be always some condition or criterion which will be checked. While splitting also, based on some similarity criterion, we'll check whether this area can be split or not. Similarly, in the merging operation also, in the merging process also, we will check whether the merging is possible or not. Generally, what do? That when we merge the two smaller or sub-regions, we'll check is there any similarity existing. Similarity does not mean that they must have same grayscale values, they must have same color, but there are other metrics which are determined from grayscale, pixel value, or color or texture. They may be mean, standard deviation, variance, those are determined. And if you find that the variance, mean, and the standard deviation are below certain threshold, then the two subregions can be connected. So in merging, the role of threshold plays an important role. We check whether the metrics may be variance or mean values, which are of two different regions, or better to say sub-regions. They are below or above a suitable value or appropriate value of offset or threshold, and accordingly the two regions will be separated. Two regions will be merged. If you find that the mean values or standard deviation or variance values are below certain value of threshold, then those values or those subregions can be merged. So a split and merge is a very, very popular method used in a number of applications. Few of them include medical imaging, satellite imaging, and aerial imaging, where we are interested to highlight a particular plants or crops in the aerial imaging, or we are interested to highlight or detect a presence of tumor in the medical image. So that's all in this lecture. Thank you.